Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we will see the final part in Plotlet. Now, yesterday we have seen, um, yeah, we have seen scatter plot. So this is actually a logarithmic scale where if there is a very huge number differences, so then automatically it will adjust the scale automatically it will adjust accordingly using the logarithmic scale. So yeah, you can directly give this total code and ask Gemini to explain. So this is one of the use case where you can have to break down our code and uh, see how you can actually understand very well. Like even if you say so, if you want to read more in depth what exactly the code is doing, so this is breakdown. So which is very nice. Code breakdown assistant. So for example, if you see it is actually giving us creating a scatter plot. So what line by line. So yeah. So what is the data set and what is the statistics? So the app column used here x-axis and installs column is used as y-axis, title, category, size, control size of markets in the plot, markers. So here, yeah. So whenever we are hovering over a data point, what to be displayed that hover name. So installs colors. So already we have discussed this. So and the layout, like again, scatter, we have updated layout. So if you see the main thing here, we are setting y-axis to use logarithmic scale. This is usually helpful when dealing with the data that has a large range of values. Yeah, especially with the installs column, because installs is having around 1 billion, more than 1 billion or 13 billion, like that numbers, very high numbers. So that's why we have used that logarithmic scale. So coming back for today, so yeah, so now let's see our attention to genres column. So how many genres are there, or genres, what are you call it as? So yeah, so now what we will be doing, how many different types of genres are there? Can app belong to one more than one genre? So yeah, and we can use value count column, and here if it is a nested value, so how we will be doing it with. So let's go to our this one, like our notebook, Google Colab notebook. So so generally, if you see, for example, length of genres, and we are creating a unique, and we are just getting length. So there are unique values nearly 114 are there. But if we are seeing that, so if you are displaying the value counts, how it actually are. So okay, so if you see, it is actually separated by some. So one app can have multiple genres. So how we will be doing is we will be what we will be doing. We will be splitting this. So splitting using this, and we will be stacking them up. So it's just like just cutting, and we are just moving it to above, like so. So what? So here we have a stack method. So data frame stack method. So if you just look at the documentation, so if you see here, generally, so for example, weight, height. So this is how it is stacking up. Like for cat, we have height and weight. For dog, also we have height and weight. So, so we are just we will be splitting it up, and we are again stacking on the same uh, column. Let's go here now using genres column, and we are splitting it and expand equal to and dot stack. Now we are what we are doing. We are creating a one you can say data frame, stack data frame. So we have only one single column because what we did, we have just stacked everything one by one. Generally, it is like 81 something, 8197. Now, if we have stacked it up, and then now if you see, there is uh, 8564 we have got, and now what we are doing, just we are checking the numbers. But if I just want length instead of length, if I just want to display number channels also, so yeah, now we got all the 15 genres. So we have stacked it up, and once we stack it up, what we did, we actually calculated the counts, value count. So value count is the method. So how many times it is repeating. So tools is like 719 times. So so here there are multiple. So just we have did the same thing. Now we have got the final result of number of genres. So using stack method, what uh, just for our explanation. So what we did, we have taken this lifestyle, and in the genres column, we have kept it above. Just taking from horizontal and keeping it above, so that in the column genres, so it will be only one one will be there, like only one genre type will be there, so that it is for us to easily calculate actually how many apps are there, like using uh, different genres. So now the same thing. So can we create this kind of bar chart? So here again, we are using the same chart. So but what we need to use is color scales. So generally we have color scales. In Plotly we have by default there will be color scales. So discrete color scales. So just take a look at this. So it will be very helpful. So automatically we can, it automatically assigns what is the colors depending on different things. So what here, for example, here the color scale is AG sunset. So just yeah. So it's by default continuous color scale. It is in continuous color scale. So yeah, this is the thing. So depending on intensity, it will automatically plot it. So now if I just go back how we're plotting, we are it's again the same thing. So here we are plotting only 15 15. Let's see. So a top 15 and y-axis on the top 15 we are giving a title, hover name, genres index, color. Color is like depending on which color it is, like intensity, and continuous color scale is AGA sunset, sorry, AGA sunset scale we are giving. And here title, exercise title. Okay, let's see how it. I will change this to true, and let's see how it we have. So here, yeah. So x-axis it is a tools and y equal to 70, and color is also it is giving 719. So the scale. So if I just change it to true and rerun it, I will get a scale also beside. Yeah. So if it is nearly 5 or 700, is actually here, and it is 600, it is here. So yeah, you can actually correlate with this like. So if I just want to change to another color scale, let me just go to another color scale, for example, sequential colors. So for example, I want this plot layer 3. Okay, continuous color scale. For example, I'm just taking this one, and I will be giving the color scale as black body, and let's see how it behaves. So I'm not sure what exactly the color scale is. Yeah, it is again something very different. So yeah, so it is in the range of black, brown, and something. So yeah, the color scale is also here. We can see what exactly it is. And now we have created this chart. Yeah, this is again the same, just we have slicing it up to 15 only. If you want to plot 20 or whatever, 53, uh, we can do whatever we like. But as of now, we have plotted only 15. Depending on, you can just work it out, like you can just play around this. Now we have seen different type of genres. Now let's see different types of like apps. So either it is paid or free. So again the same thing. So if we just run it, so we have taken the column type column, and now we are just having value counts. So if you see there is 7.95, yeah, free apps are there. Sorry, we have lost. Okay, no problem. Yeah, and there is around 589 apps. Only it is there. But let's see how the category wise how it behaves. So again, this is depending on app type. So here we are what we are doing. We are grouping by category and app, and we are aggregating it. So here what we did as index is equal to false because we are not taking this two columns as index. Uh, yeah, so we have a index column if you see here. Generally, if you don't take if we don't give this as index equal to false, then this two will be the index. For example, let me just control X. So now if you see there is no index coming there. So it is considered these two columns as index and then it would it. Now if I just keep it as index equal to false. So now this is everything is a data frame columns, and this is the index column. By default, index column will be added whenever we load any file into data frame. Until unless we specify any one column to be indexed. Yeah. Oh, so because here we have sorted, we have just taken count, not sum, if you see here. So yeah. So for category auto and vehicles and type paid, there is only one app. For food and drink and paid, there is two. Yeah. So if I keep ascending equal to false, then rerun it again. I will give highest number of apps. So family and type for free category family and free type, there are highest number of apps. Now what we will be doing, we will be plotting this side by side. So yeah, free apps and paid apps according to the categories. Yeah. So this is very few paid apps are there for this categories. But let's see how we will be plotting this grouped bar chart. This is called grouped bar chart, and yeah, yeah, and API reference thing. This is nothing but again it is redirect to Plotly API, like Plotly bar. Here we will be if you see group. Yeah. So actually the bar mode equal to group. Let me check if it is having. Okay, let's see our code and then we come back here. So here we have created free versus paid data like this data frame. So now what we are plotting. So bar. So we are calling bar plot, and we are using this data frame x equal x category. So x is a category and y equal to app. Title equal to versus free paid versus this one, like a free versus paid apps. So why we have a number of apps, and now what we'll be plotting against is color. It will be type, and we have a bar mode equal to group. So yeah. So group is like it will plot side by side chart. So again, this x-axis title, y-axis title, we are using logarithmic scale. And here what we are doing, let me ask x-axis what? Hmm. Okay, okay now, okay, so it's actually sorts our category order depending on descending. For example, from top to bottom, like total descending. So it's like if we check the bar plot, it's like from high values to low values, it is plotting. If we are giving total descending, it will be something like low to high. Uh, so let's run this, and we will change to ascending also, and then see. So here the family is having highest type, and yeah, there is 150 paid apps, and there are 1456 apps, but it is actually the x-axis is automatically ordered in such a way that the maximum is at first and minimum is at last. So if I just change this, and if I just run this, I should get a different. Yeah. So now you carefully observe, right? So depending on how we want to plot the data, so yeah, the category, x-axis categories, total ascending or total descending, uh, we need to provide. So, so the same thing here, category or total descending. So yeah, you have documentation also for category order, category ascending, category order. by total value, total descending, total ascending. Yeah, now come back. So yeah, so here if you see, for example, this Fluxus is having nearly almost equal to this paid apps is max almost equal to free apps for this categories personalization, medical, and weather. You carefully observe. So if I just go back to our plot, so medical is having 63 paid apps and 229 free apps. Personalization is having 65 and it's having 23, but it is actually relatively high. Generally, very low apps will be there. So if you see here, so you can actually from here also you can where is weather? Yeah, weather 7 and 65. So relatively high paid apps are there. So now what we are going to analyze next thing. Yeah. So yeah, this depending on different data analysis. So these are the questions. Like again, this is the use case. How much we should charge if we are uploading an app or paid app, and how much revenue, how many downloads you potentially giving up because your app is paid. Yeah. So yeah. So for that all questions, we have some descriptive statistics, which we call it as box graphs, box plots. So here, how many downloads installs and how many paid apps installs on there. So again, we have box plots guide and API guide. So it is actually the maximum value and the minimum value and what is the lowest frequency friends. So median, and it's like a percentile, quantile we call it as. So this is everything is a statistical approach. So you need to just go and check what exactly block plots will do and what exactly the quartiles and percentiles. Yeah, so just come here. Yeah, there is installations and how many downloads are paid apps giving up. So yeah, how many installations it is doing for paid apps. So here, what we are doing, we are just calling again box plot installs and y-axis installs. Y-axis is type and color is again depending on type. The color will be changing if it's having more. For example, semi paid something like that. If there is another type also, then also it will give some uh, this kind of box plot. So this is not sure. Uh, we need to plot all the points or any specific thing. So this title and we are using again a logarithmic scale. So just I want again to ask Gemini only to get what exactly it is describing. So it is which line? So this is our data from containing information about this specifies the column contain number of installers for each app. And specify the column three color type. Colors the boxes depend based on the app type. Okay. So not just in the box, which also the confidence intervals around the median. Okay. So this shows all data points or circles on the plot useful for identifying outliers. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's again depends. So we can use specific outlier, specific points, or we can actually give everything to plot. So now coming back. Yeah, so it is around median is around 50K, and here it is around 5,000. So, it should be the median number of downloads we have this. So it's like median is nothing but average number of downloads. It's like uh, five, I think 5 lakhs versus only 5,000. So again, but if paid apps is generating how much revenue, that also we need to check. So if we can actually plot this kind of again box plot. So before the similar kind of stuff what we have done the same kind, but it will be little bit different. We already have a revenue column, right? Yeah. So now let's go back. So the same. So just we are from the apps. This data from apps underscore clean. We are just getting only paid apps because we are not interested in free apps. So, and for only for paid apps, how much revenue is there? Because if you take free apps, everything will be zero because we have just multiplied price into number of installs, if you remember earlier. So now paid apps category and revenue estimate is the column. How much this is, how much revenue we are getting, like a title we are just changed, and category order is a minimum ascending. So here it will be ascending. So minimum, I mean to say the minimum value to. So here, if you see for entertainment or for example this blocks plot, education minimum is maximum. There is 3990 revenue is there but for game. For example, if there is a minimum, it's like yeah. So if I just change it to descending, how it behaves, let me check. Again, the same thing it is behaving. Maximum max. So how about a max descending? So here we have plot max descending is like the maximum value. For example, this is like the outlier. If you see outlier, the family app is having very huge amount of difference, and this is actually median level. Like so, depending on whatever we plot, it will change. But what we need. So what is sorry. Yeah, this is like high earning outliers and many apps and below 10K. So depending on how we generally want to check. So I'm just then assembling. Auto scale it. Just if you see this is 10K. Many of the apps are below 10K dollars. So just estimation. Yes. So Blockspot is very important plot even uh, for trading. This is one of the important graphs we need to know. Now you want to identify the trends of any stock price. This is very useful in that the perspective. So now, okay. So now we will be what is the median price for a provider? So what is the average price of a paid app median? So I just go here and we are calling on price category like price column. We are calling a median from the paid app data frame only. So now here what we will be doing just instead of revenue estimates, how much instead of revenue estimates here. So now the same paid apps category price title price category, and here we are actually using max descending. So whatever we have used above already. Yeah. So here just we are plotting against the price. Yeah. So the paid app price it will be in dollars. Like the social is very low, the medical is having very high pricing. If you see now, we have plotted against expensive app, like because we have plotted max descending. Now for max descending, we have medical is around $80, $79.99, but its median is 5.4. It is not average paid apps median price. Yeah, yeah, this is like yeah, medical and high average. The business is having high average. Dating apps is having more than average price. So yeah, even business apps is also having more than average price because it's around 2.99, around $3. So if you just mark a line here, if you carefully observe, yeah. So this dating app is having median around $7. Even for business also, it is having median of 3 point, which is very high average price of any app. Yeah. So this is all about uh, plotlet charts. So these are very useful and these are very, uh, I want to say very user friendly and very dynamic. And it's so in data science projects or in uh, using data science anywhere, plotlet graphs are very dynamic and very user friendly, and we can actually uh, hover and we can actually get the data points, not like matplotlib graphs. So those are just graphs. We can't get any uh, data points display, or we can't hover over that, and we can't scale it or auto scale it, or we can just zoom it. We can actually reset axis. Yeah, so we can do different things even after this is like graph is generated. Even you can, if you want to just, I want around only here, for example. So I want to check only this how this is behaving. Only this part of data, what exactly this is. Yeah. And if I just want to check, for example, this is the outlier, right? So outlier, this is the outlier. So I want to check only this outlier, what exactly this is, this point. I just can drag it and see. Okay, it belongs to family and it is having a revenue estimate of around $70 million, $69.9 million. So we can check like that the outliers also. Like, yeah, it is easy to check. Sometimes we can't see exactly. So the game, for example, this box plot. So not only box plots, we can actually we have different charts we already seen, right? So depending on that, we need to identify and modify, and according to our requirement or according to the project requirement, yeah, we need to use this. So Plotly is one of the very popular data visualization library. So it is very much useful if you are want to go a data science side. Yeah. That's it for today, and we are done with Plotly. Thank you.